Baonin como tu tá? What is good, my people? Today, we're reacting to Linkin Park, up from the bottom, the official music video. R.I.P. Chester, and this is like one of like the first songs I'm actually like listening to of Linkin Park and the more recent music with the new lead singer. I don't know what to expect, but Chester, man, like ah, my goodness, my people. Like, listen, you know, man. If you were sort of grew up in like the 2000s, like you kind of know, man. Like he was kind of the soundtrack, part of as well as Linkin Park as a whole, part of our like life story, our soundtrack, and like the collaboration between like Linkin Park and Jay Z, man. Like that whole movement was just oh my goodness, my people. Listen. Before we get into this reaction, though, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, like button, notification bell. I appreciate you. If you have any reaction requests, let me know down in those comments below. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction, my people. Dale. The way they came in, I'm gonna run it back so that way it's consistent. Cause I know a lot of people don't like when I pause at the beginning, but it sort of reminded me of that song, like "Don't know what I'm fighting for, why am I?" Na, 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 na. So I'm breaking the habit, like that. It reminded me of that song the way they came in. I can't remember who sings that song. I don't know if it's like 30 Seconds to Mars. Actually, it might be Linkin Park that sings that song. Now that I think about it, but like, listen, as I said, if you grew up in the 2000s, like all the AMVs, like the Valley of the End and all, like like come on now, you know. Let's keep it a stack.
Inside it feels like I'm barely breathing.
Oh, the new lead singer's a female. Interesting.
Air's running out. Inside I'm stuck here staring at a ceiling.
This is different. So yeah, much.
Put up to keep me down, 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 down.
Waking up without a name, opened up my eyes, knowing nothing is the
Familiarity
same.
though, at the same time.
Circling around a drain, as I realize that there's no one else to blame.
You keep me waiting down here, so far below, staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom.
Check.
Escaping, but there's nowhere to go. Staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom. Each time I hold my fist inside my
Yeah, will be an adjustment for me. I'm gonna be honest with you because, like I said, this is like actually the first time I'm hearing sort of like Linkin Park with this new vocalist, which I didn't even know was a female, which is nothing wrong with that. Like there's some amazing female vocalists like Tatiana, Courtney, you know, you can even throw in Poppy if you want. So Poppy's very divisive, but like I said, there's some amazing vocalists within rock, metal, etc. Man, I tell you that much. What I will say though, the cleans will be an adjustment for me because like they're not as like. So here's the thing. I think two things can be true at the same time. I think this newly vocalist can be amazing, as well as Chester, being the goat. I'm used to hearing Linkin Park in like a certain kind of like rawness and just like visceral, like the voice where it's just so raspy, just like it's like jagged, like it just cuts at you. Where her, where Chester did all those things, I feel as though her voice is very very juxtaposed to his, where his voice was like, as I mentioned, raspy, jagged, like it literally like when he went into his runs, like it just like ripped your skin off your body, man. It was just so rough and so real, and like her voice is very very like refined. I would say best way to put it. Very very smooth, very very polished. So I'm not really getting that like that sort of like gut punch that I would get, listening to Chester, I would say. However, what I'm hearing though is not bad at all. It's just like I said, it's just will be an adjustment for me, and very very different. I came in expecting a certain thing, but also I do think that like if she were to kind of like mimic Chester, and that might not be the best approach because that'd be could be a little seen as disrespectful by the fandom. But yeah, I mean, because like I don't know what I don't know what I was expecting. Because like you don't want to have somebody come in that sounds just like Chester because like that's a little disrespectful. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like people want that, but yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. I'm going through my emotions, man. Just like listening to Linkin Park, man. I'm literally feeling nostalgic as well as like we're entering a new era, man. And again, two things can be true at the same time. What we had, will always be goaded, right? But this new stuff can be goaded as well. It's gonna just, like I said, take some time for a lot of us to like adjust to what we're hearing. And I don't mean to laugh at that, but like it will take time.
From the bottom, I try escaping, but there's nowhere to go. Staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom. Each time I hold my fist inside my pocket, hold my breath until I'm blue. Feels like a knife pushed deep inside a socket.
Like the little harmony they did there.
Waking up without a name, opening my eyes, knowing nothing's gonna change. Circling around a drain as I realize that there's no one else to blame.
You keep me waiting down here, so far below, staring up from the bottom.
The chorus is very very catchy though. I must say, man.
But there's nowhere to go. Staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom.
What's coming?
Everybody out there, devil is coming. Poison on his lips and his words mean nothing. Cold like a mountaintop, father never loved him. Mama said he's bad enough times that it's sunk in. Everybody out there,
come
devil
on
is
now.
coming. Promise you the world, but he's always bluffing. Before you even know it's a trap you're stuck in. He's gone like a ghost, already off running.
Bro, that part, listen. Hold on, I gotta run that part back again because like that right there, my people. That right there, my people, was fire. Like, fire, my people. Fire. Oh my goodness, man. Let me run that back. I see why that's the most replayed portion of the song too, because like that whole like little like beat transition that they did there, fire, man.
Everybody out there, devil is coming. Poison on his lips and his words mean nothing. Cold like a mountaintop, father never loved him. Mama said he's bad enough times that it's sunk in. Everybody out there, devil is coming. Promise you the world,
I don't know what
but
that
he's
sample
always
is, but it's
bluffing.
fire,
Before
man.
you even
Tell you
know
that
it's a
much.
trap you're stuck in. He's gone like a ghost, already off running.
Waiting down here, so far below, staring up from the bottom, up from the bottom. I try escaping, but there's nowhere to go. Staring up from the bottom, gotta get out of here. Up from the bottom, gotta get out of here.
She did a little high scream there. Yeah. Man, I'm just processing my emotions in real time with you guys, so forgive me if I sound a little bit jumbled as I'm trying to like say what what I want to say, but in a way that doesn't come off as like rude to this new vocalist that Linkin Park has. Like, she's gonna be with the band, I think, for the foreseeable future. And because we know like how good Linkin Park is, right? As a unit, as a band, anybody that comes in has to match that talent. You know what I mean? I feel as though she has a little bit of ways to go to grow into the band. But as a vocalist outside of Linkin Park, just like on her own, she sounds totally fine. Uh, but it's just very 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 different, man. And it will take time to adjust. Like my initial thought is I really I'm not gonna say, yeah, I didn't really like her vocals with the band, if I'm being honest with you. I keep it a stack here, like how I feel is how I feel. But at the same time, though, two things can be true at the same time. I don't think she sounds bad. It's just like I I want more from her. I want more from her. Like her voice is just very very. It's too clean. It's too refined. Like I want it to be a little bit messy, man. Like I want that rough edge that we got in the past. And like I think for a lot of us, because Linkin Park, as I said, was like a soundtrack for a lot of our childhoods. Like we know what we want. We know what we've heard in the past. Like we want to get as close as possible without it coming off as like rude and disrespectful. You feel me? But like I said, I listen to like vocalists across the spectrum, whether it's rock, R&B, to K-pop, to like Afro beats. You feel me? Like I hear a lot of singers, and I just feel as though like if she was outside of Linkin Park, she was like in some type of like pop rock band, I think she would be totally okay. But again, the sound that she's bringing in, it doesn't really match the instrumental, again, in my opinion. But in the instrumental, at certain parts, didn't really sound Linkin Parky to me. When they went into like the whole like rap segment, like like that's the part where I'm like, okay, this is the LP that I remember. But it just comes off as a little bit too like poppy mainstream. But this could be one of those tracks that's just a poppy mainstream track. But I'm very curious to get you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Like, how are you feeling about this new lead vocalist? As I said, start this reaction, RP Chester. And I will see you guys in the next reaction, my people. Peace.